This is ForexOverviews.com with the short-term analysis of euro-dollar forex pair. Now on the daily time frame we can see that on this trading session the market has found support here and has made this white candlestick. The market stopped right at the 618 support from this up move here. And now market started to do some upward retracement inside of this bearish candlestick pattern. I have said yesterday that when the market has made this movement right here, most probably the market would be making A, B, C, D to the downside. But since the market has produced this white candlestick pattern here, right at the 618 support, some bullish power showing here. Remember that I have talked about the risk for upward continuation and ABCD to the upside. Now I have dotted this line here because of this risk. From yesterday point of view, this was more clear that the market would be making a C point here and would proceed to the downside. But maybe today the market will start the move to the upside. We really don't know yet. As I have said yesterday on this overview of the daily time frame, maybe the market is making this move here, producing the Gartley 222 sell pattern right at the 78 fib resistance. On this another overview, we can see that the market stands below this broken trend line here. That was the lower border of this upward channel, and now market is still inside of the body of this bearish engulfing candlestick pattern. Maybe this is just some retracement for later market continue move to the downside. We still don't know yet. Speaking about the daily time frame point of view of price action, this pattern, this bearish engulfing, will be cancelled if the market will take this hike. And at the same point, this ABCD to the downside will be cancelled right at the same point if the market will take out of this hike. So probably the market will be making the upward move. So we have here some invalidation point. At this moment, this can be just some natural retracement, some normal behavior of the market. Okay. On the next overview of the daily time frame, we can see that the market has made the stop grabber pattern, because with this shadow here the market tried to shift the trend to bearish by trying to be below the MACD predictor red line. But the market could not do it and returned right above the red line, and now the trend stays bullish. So this is the stop grabber pattern, and the minimum target of this pattern is also this hike here, the previous hike, and the invalidation point of the stop grabber is its lows if the pattern will be triggered. Okay, so we have a nice invalidation point here by different point of views: the bearish engulfing, the probable C point of this ABCD, and the target of the stop grabber. So this adds risk for the upward continuation if you want to take the bearish position on the market. On the 4-hour chart, there is not much to add here. Just we can better see the market has been held by the 618 support of this whole up move, and also market has been stopped by the monthly pivot support one, okay, at 134.29. So this is important support for the market, and maybe this is just some normal retracement for later downward continuation of this movement. At the right moment we cannot tell yet. On the hourly chart we have the most important information for this analysis. Sorry for some overloading picture here with too many lines and studies, but I think that that's necessary. We can see here that after stopping at the 618 support, market has almost reached also the weekly pivot support one, so we can consider that it has been touched. This kind of move I consider the touch of this level, and now market started upward movement. If this is retracement or not, we cannot tell for sure yet, but there are some things that we must note here and pay attention. Firstly, remember that I have talked about this K area here yesterday, that this would be important target for retracement and the level for searching for short entries on the market. Also take a note that the market has made this low here beyond this one, so the levels specified yesterday are just a bit lower, okay, because these are fib levels from this and these reaction points here, and we can see that the market is now exactly at this zone here that we have specified yesterday, the K area, the confluence resistance area. Alright, and take a note also that the market has made some up move and started to consolidate right here. So I have marked this line here and this for the borders of the consolidation. Okay, now market can be making this A, B, C, D to the upside, and take a note here that the target for the breakout of this consolidation would be the length of this consolidation counted to the upside at the point of breakout. So this is this dotted line here, and note that this target point is very near to the target point of this ABCD to the upside, and at the same time it's in the same level of the 618 resistance from this roll down move here. Okay, so if the market will pass through this confluence zone here, the K area, and will break above it, in my view this level here would be the last chances for the bears to take control again on this up move here. Okay, and if the market will still break above this area here, and as I have said yesterday, returning inside, or better saying above, of this line here that was the bearish wedge, and we can say this is an upward trend line, right? If the market breaks above it, returns inside above of this trend line, we can say that this is no more retracement. Most probably the bulls will take control. Market would be making such too big move to the upside for this to be retracement. Okay, and besides, the invalidation point, as I have talked, would be this high, and we can tolerate the retracement up to this point here. I think that if the market breaks above the zone here, this would be too much for the bears to take the control again. Okay, also take note that the market is now above the weekly pivot point for the current week. So at this moment the sentiment of the market is bullish, because the pivot points acts as sentiment markers, sentiment marks for the market. So if the market is above the weekly pivot point, the sentiment for the week is bullish. Okay, but we never know. Maybe this is this normal retracement that we would like to see, and the market could start move to the upside. So pay attention on the zones, the K area, as I have specified yesterday. Maybe the market will respect this area here, and also this zone here, as I have talked now. Okay, that this will be important zones to watch for price action behavior here. Also take a note that right now, at this exact moment, market returning inside of this consolidation area here. Returned here, maybe it's trying to break out again. This was a false breakout here, which is really good. That usually when the market makes these false breakouts, it usually retests the other extremes of the consolidation. Okay, so also pay attention here for the next hours, as we can say. At this time, I don't see any patterns here, or even on the lower time frames, on the 5-minute and 15-minute charts. I don't see anything here that we can use for enter short. So I will be holding the short position with the stop at the break-even point. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching.